So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the second lesson of this course, in which we're going to be talking about the rise of AI agents, what led to the rise of AI agents, and of course, how you can leverage them to outsource, again, robotic work rather than hiring people or trying to tackle every task as a founder yourself. And when I'm saying founder, I don't only refer to founders of obviously big companies. This is, of course, around small businesses, small online businesses, right? So I'm talking about someone who tries to tackle every single task of his business, right? This can be outsourced by AI agents, and that's what this whole course is about. So, welcome to this lesson. Let's dive into the presentation. So, the rise of AI agents, what they are and why they matter in modern business. So, obviously, we have established at this point that a quiet revolution is happening behind the scenes right now in the online business space, and in general, I would argue in the business space, and that revolution is about AI. And we used to know ChatGPT and the fact that we can leverage ChatGPT to, for example, use it for copywriting, write some emails, analyze PDF documents and that stuff. But AI at this point is just not a buzzword anymore. It's becoming a business partner, and this has led to the introduction of AI agents to, again, the modern online businesses. So, what exactly is an AI agent? The AI agent is pretty much a digital entity, right? So not only, let's say, a simple software tool like AI and ChatGPT. Oh my God, okay. So here's the thing, this quiet revolution is happening behind the scenes at this point, and AI is not just a buzzword anymore. We all heard of AI and how we can leverage AI to grow our business, to create content, to copyright content with ChatGPT. But AI isn't just a buzzword anymore. With the introduction of AI agents, it's literally becoming a business partner and has completely leveled the playing field in online business. So people like me, right, and you can literally compete big companies with potentially tens, if not hundreds of employees, right? Just by leveraging again the power of AI agents. This is why this whole concept is just so powerful, and this is what we're analyzing in this lesson right here. So, what exactly is an AI agent? So, an AI agent is a digital entity rather than just a simple software or an application that can perceive, reason, and act towards a goal. A AI agent doesn't only operate with prompts. Again, just like ChatGPT, for example, in which you give information to the AI and you give prompts, and every time that you need something, you ask for a prompt. An AI agent can again perceive, reason, and act towards a goal. And unlike traditional automation, which back in the day used to be coding, right? So automation back in the day was coding. Unlike traditional automation, agents make decisions, adapt, and even learn, which is obviously the biggest point of AI, all right? Artificial intelligence. The fact that it can, again, learn, adapt, and at the end of the day also make decisions, of course, according to the data sets that you have given it, right? So yeah, you pretty much should think of an AI agent as a virtual teammate, not just a tool. That's the biggest, let's say, difference between an AI agent and an AI, let's say, software like ChatGPT, right, or Midjourney, right? An AI agent is a virtual teammate, not just a tool for your business. So again, AI agents are completely different from traditional automation. And these are just some examples to compare. For example, traditional automation with coding usually follows fixed rules that you have entered. So when you code something, when you program something, you give specific rules that this software that you've coded, for example, needs to follow. Whereas AI agents really contextualize what you tell them and they understand context, which is the biggest pro to use, again, an AI agent. Traditional automation obviously requires programming. You need a developer, right? You need to know how to program, which personally, me, I hate programming. I've never learned how to program anything, but again, I'm running like my business full time. And an AI agent, of course, on top of that works from natural language. So you literally can type down what you want your AI agent to do, and the AI agent will do it. You don't need to code and use like these weird languages and all that stuff, right? On top of that, of course, traditional automation, which is coded, is limited in scope, whereas AI agents can work with each other, they can multitask, they are also adaptable. So this is also a huge pro regarding AI agents. And of course, traditional automation is static and predictable, whereas AI agents are dynamic and evolving, right? The artificial intelligence which is integrated into AI agents, obviously makes them cooperate with each other, learn and adapt, which is again huge. It's a completely different level of intelligence if we compare traditional automation by coding and AI agents. So the bottom line of this slide is that AI agents are a leap forward. They literally remove the need for manual workflows and human micromanagement, which is the biggest asset of this whole model, right? So AI agents aren't only used in online businesses. There are, of course, some real world cases of businesses that have been using AI agents for some months now and potentially some years now that you may not know. For example, in healthcare, right? AI agents can really help in patient intake, diagnosis, recommendations, and everything regarding data management of the patients. And obviously, healthcare is just another story to talk about because we got all this data from the patients that you might not want to leak. So the AI agent work is a bit more specific there. But for example, in e-commerce, personalized product suggestions, inventory management, and regarding personalized product suggestions, these algorithms, right, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, they all work with artificial intelligence. These algorithms have artificial intelligence integrated with it, in which they view your preferences and they're able to recommend the correct videos to you based on based on the fact that they leverage again AI agents. Customer service is another huge part in which AI agents are leveraged. You got like 24/7 support, ticket rounding, auto responses, all of that stuff. They're leveraged. They leverage AI agents to do that. In educational, obviously, like AI tutors, content creation, grading can be also not completely outsourced, in my opinion, to AI agents, but agents can definitely help in content creation. For example, thumbnail design, scripting the general points and outlines of, again, a video. Marketing obviously has a huge opening for AI agents to, again, infiltrate this niche. We have like campaign optimizations, trend predictions, content scheduling, all the stuff. AI agents are awesome to do that. And in finance, obviously, big tech and big like fintech has, of course, applied the power of AI agents. So you can see that it's not that just us, like small online businesses, that can leverage the power of AI agents. Actually, multiple different industries can work with AI agents. And that's why it's so cool for you to understand how to use them, right? And how to leverage their power. So, why do AI agents matter for online businesses? At the end of the day, AI agents level the playing field. And imagine how powerful this is. The fact that the playing field is now completely level and you can suddenly perform against big companies. You have like the exact same level playing field and you can outcompete them. That's never been done before. And now you have the ability to do that, right? So again, solopreneurs, which is a one-man show, can now operate like companies with teams just by leveraging, again, the power of AI agents. These are agents are faster, cheaper, more consistent than human labor, and of course, insanely cheaper. Like we're gonna have a slide in just a moment in which we compare, for example, how much you would pay for humans to run your business rather than AI agents, and it's just insane. They free up your time to focus on your vision, your strategy, and your growth. And again, there are so many automated tasks that a solopreneur or someone that's running a small business or a big business should do that just can be so easily tackled by an AI agent that works 24/7, never gets tired, and it's insanely cheaper rather than compared to a normal human being. So an old team, again, which can completely be replaced by an AI agent, for example. As you can see, I didn't add founders here, CEOs, CFOs. I'm just adding like some positions that can completely be replaced by an AI agent. We have like a virtual assistant, for example, right, which is very much robotic work with $8 an hour usually, and these are conservative prices. You can completely outsource it with an AI agent. A content writer, right, a copywriter, completely outsourced with AI agent. A research intern, for example, right? You can see that research interns, especially the modern research interns, would many times enter ChatGPT or leverage AI to perform the research. But what if you could have an AI performing the research in the first place and you can completely bypass the $500 a month that you would pay a research intern or the $100 per gig you would pay a research intern, right? Project management. Of course, this is a very expensive role and it can completely be outsourced to an AI agent. And of course, a social media manager, right? Content planning, content production, all that stuff, it can be replaced by AI. And you couldn't really do this just with ChatGPT because ChatGPT has its limitations. You need to add a prompt every single time. But imagine you having these small robots of yours working in the back end as you sleep, as you go out, as you enjoy your day, and you just are able to apply what you have into your mind and contextualize it and bring it to life with the usage of these small robots that work for you, which are extremely cheaper from these prices, like not even comparable, right? So how do AI agents interact? So AI agents can be chained, right, to complete entire processes like puzzle pieces. And that's the coolest thing about it. For example, you can program an AI agent. And when I say program, I don't mean code. I mean just give him the correct prompts to research competitors, then draft a proposal, then generate a pitch deck, and schedule a meeting, right? Which is just awesome. There are 4 tasks that you can program an AI agent to do without you needing to interrupt it with new prompts. So they literally talk to each other and pass information to each other, these AI agents, like a real team. So this, again, creates scalable, repeatable systems for any business. And that's what all businesses want. Again, all business owners or all founders, they want to be working on the business, not in the business. And in order for you to be able to work on the business, you need to have an infrastructure and a system that runs in the business. And you do this if you want to have free up your time to work on your business. You need to, again, subtract yourself from the equation of the system of your business. And the easiest way to do this is to outsource or hire. And in this case, outsource everything to an AI agent, right? So again, the future is definitely agent-based. All AI agents are like hiring experts who work 24/7 and never get tired. And small businesses no longer need big teams. They just need smart systems. And this is what I'm going to show you how to create in this course right here, right? So you understand what AI agents are, right? You've seen how they're transforming industries. They have been transforming industries, and how you can leverage them in your small online business, or even if you don't have a business, in your creation journey. And in the next module of this course, we're putting everything into perspective. It's going to be a very practical module, and we'll learn how to actually use and leverage these agents to start building your business from completely scratch. So I do not expect you to have a business running or a business going. And when I'm saying business, I'm talking about a very simple offer and content around this offer to promote the offer, right? As simple as that. I'm not expecting you to have anything set up. And I'm going to show you from zero how to create a solo business just by leveraging the power of these AI agents, right? So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to see you in the next module of this course.